Rock 95, that is nothing more, and let them burn. And going on, well, I guess a little extra duty today, Spence. And joining me, a reason we have got a terrific artist in Kyle Pfeiffer from Blacklite District. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Pleasure to talk with you. It's been a while, hasn't
It
it?
has, man. It's been a while. But you know what? One thing I was thinking about last night is I remember literally like I think it had to have been one of the first tours I'd ever been on. And I remember coming to visit you in the Rock 95 studio. So I just have to shout out you, Spence, and Rock 95 for just always being one of those amazing stations that supports new artists and helps break new artists. And you've been supporting since the beginning, man. So I just had to bring that up and say thank you, man.
Yeah, and such a pleasure to talk with you again. Has it been a year? I was trying to
Oh,
remember. Was it last winter or was it last fall?
man, I don't even remember. Honestly, it
Uh,
was. I
Crazy.
would say it was at least a year ago,
Yeah,
though. I
probably.
mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
Yeah.
Now you're kind of a upper Midwest guy, if I remember right. You were
Yep.
born and raised in South Dakota.
Well, yep. I live in South Dakota. I was actually born in like the Chicago area,
Okay.
outside of Chicago, Northwest Indiana, until I was about 8 or 9 years old. And then, yeah, I moved up here to South Dakota, the Black Hills of South Dakota, like 10 minutes from Sturgis. I'm sure we've all heard about that controversy lately, but
Right.
yeah. So I'm up here, man.
So you're still alive. You didn't get the vid.
No, no, nope, nope, nope. Man, and again, what's crazy too is like the whole year, since March when this whole pandemic thing started here in my part of the state, we had under 20 cases this whole time until the Sturgis rally happened.
Yeah.
Now there's like spikes and stuff like that. But, I have my own studio here at home and I do basically all my work right here in the house, so I never really went out much anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. We're
yeah.
we're talking with Kyle from Blacklight District, and I always liked your sound because you're not afraid, and I think it you need a little courage sometimes in music, and I like the way you've just approached and just you have some rock things that you like, so, with a lot of your mixes, and then some other stuff you put some hip hop and more pop elements to it, and I like it. Takes a little courage, I think. Just go, I'm going to make this music and let people decide for themselves what exactly it is, and
Oh, definitely, man. And that's the thing too. It's like, I grew up as a rock and metal guy. I got the Ozzy tattoo here. I got
yeah.
Metallica. So I grew up in that. But you know what, man? It's like as I've been in this business for a few years, I just look at it like, look, I want to go in and I want to try and make the best music I can make. And regardless if it ends up being a hard rock track or a song that like Falling that maybe has a little bit leaning other places too, but see, I don't look at it like that. I look at it as like, look, I want to make the best music I can make. And if a song like Falling or something comes out to be, some people say, oh, that's kind of pop or it's kind of alternative. I can get that too. But again, like you said, man, it's like you can't be stuck in one thing, and I'm not afraid to do that. I just want to go out and make the best music I can, regardless of the genre. And there are certain stations out there that'll say, this isn't really too rock. And then there's some stations that just love it because it's a great song. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what's most important for sure.
So when you're mixing something, do you decide right away, well, I'm going to put more of a pop thing, or do you make several mixes of a song with a little, maybe you try a little more rock on one example, and then maybe a little, you try a different mix, with a hip hop style to it.
Right. Actually, yeah. So basically, when I'll finish a song, and again, I'll have the structure. I'll have like the template, if you will. Like the song is laid out, the instruments are recorded, the vocals are done, and
Yeah.
then when it's mixing, it's like, okay, where does this go? Like the song "Falling," for example, it has guitar through the whole thing, but underneath the guitar is almost like what they call like 808 bass and stuff like that, which is actually way more common in like the pop and rap world. But see, to me, with the guitar stuff that starts on it was exciting to take that guitar and then like back it up with like kind of that pop rap kind of sound, but still gave it a rock vibe. And believe me, like we went in and like I did a version and I had one of my producers do a version with like real heavy guitars over it to try and give like a real legit rock mix, but it just took away from the song, man. Like
Mhm.
it changed it, you know what I mean? Um but yeah, I mean, again, that's one thing, like especially now, like my manager and I will go back and forth on how one should sound. And I will say this though, Falling has done amazing. You know, it hit top 30 in 7 countries online streaming. Got up to #3 trending on YouTube this past June. Like amazing feats for an independent artist like myself, you know. And now radio's picking it up. It's starting to climb the charts a bit. But I will say this: I am hard at work on my next project here, and I am making some of the heaviest music I've ever done to
Really?
date. So that, yes, that will be something to see and hear in the near future for sure.
Well, you must be super busy because you just released what You're Welcome a couple of months ago, and now if you're already doing some other stuff, yeah, you've got a lot on your plate apparently.
That's the thing, man. It's like, again, like in the last couple of years, you know, just as my music has become more popular in like the online world, like YouTube and Spotify and things like that, like this music just grows and grows and grows and reaches such a wide audience over there that it is crazy in today's day and age to think about, okay, yeah, I just put out an album about 2 months ago or whatever it was, and I feel like I'm falling behind now because I need more material.
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy though, because back in the day, you know, an artist would put out an album and you'd be like touring on it for 2 years or something, you know. But it seems like the consumption rate, specifically like in the digital world, like is so much faster. You know what I'm saying? But
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, how did you get hooked? Because wasn't it some gaming folks that picked up on some of your music?
Yeah, well, like, so I'll make a long story short. So basically, like 3 years ago, maybe a little more, like there was this thing called Nightcore on YouTube that started just giving me some like remix stuff, and all of a sudden I started seeing videos, you know, that would get like, you know, 1 million views or 2 million views. And then I started seeing these Minecraft music videos, and I'd see these videos with like 20, 30 million views on them, you know, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I need to get one of those. So basically, I reached out to some of these like big YouTube channels. Lo and behold, anyway, I partnered with this guy. Shout out Rainimator, by the way. And yeah, we've done about 8 videos now, and it's done me about 200 million streams, and it's just been crazy, man. Like
200 million?
just from the Minecraft. Yep. And from
Wow.
that, bro, like again, like it's just so crazy because from that, it has literally brought over like so many fans to my actual YouTube and Spotify. That collectively, I'm at about 350 million combined streams just in the last 2 years between the Minecraft, Spotify, and bro, I've never seen anything like this, and it's crazy, man.
Hey,
Seriously.
however you get in front of somebody.
Exactly. And that's the thing, you know, like some like when it comes to radio, like I'm, you know, a song like Falling. So we work it and I, you know, we'll send it out to radio and be like, yo, this song has X amount of streams. Some guys will be like, oh, it's a Minecraft video. What does that matter? And I can get that too. But what these guys don't realize is that what you just said is like in today's day and age, however you can get that music in front of a mass audience, to me, like in my opinion, that's what's most important. Whether it's a video game or this or that, to me, it shouldn't matter. It's like this guy is out here hustling, putting in the work, and he's getting his music in front of people. That's to me, like that's the important thing. You know what I mean?
Are you able to make a living a little bit or get payment from this?
Oh yeah.
Um,
See, yeah, for sure, man. And that's one of the things. Like, look, let me say this for sure. I am beyond grateful for what has happened to me over the last 2 years. And no joke, man. Like this whole, you know, streaming thing has been literally a life changing thing for me.
yeah.
Like lifestyle change. So I'm grateful that I can make a full time living. I do this 24 hours a day, basically sitting here and make music. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the best part. Is like, and again, regardless of what people say, like, man, I feel like I've like people always say, oh, I hope you make it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when I look at it, it's like, damn, I'm here in my own house, in my own studio, like literally providing for my family off of just the music. Like, man, I, I'm grateful. It's a
Yeah.
dream come true, even at this stage. But that doesn't mean I'm not just as hungry to keep taking things to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt. I'm sure like a lot of artists, yes, it's great you're able to do that from your home, but you want to get out there, make those connections too, and play live. And right now, I don't know what happens in South Dakota, what's going on in South Dakota, where you can play in South Dakota, but yeah, trying to get out and play live is
Yeah,
challenging to
man.
say the least.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I'm actually I should have been heading out on tour with Adelita's Way next week originally. Uh I've done shout out Adelita's Way, by the way, man. Those guys are so awesome. And they're another independent act now, you know. and they've taken me out on 4 tours straight in last year. You know, we did over 4 runs together, and we're supposed to go out again. But again, obviously the pandemic, we were supposed to go out in April. It got rescheduled, canceled, and then it got booked for the end of this month in October. Obviously that's not happening now. So it sucks, man. I mean, there's nothing I love more than going out and playing live. And again, like to me, like even though I have, you know, the internet and things like that where I get introduced to a massive amount of people, there's nothing like going out and doing it the old fashioned way, playing live in front of an audience and trying to win people over that way. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I hope I get to go out sometime soon, you know, whenever that may be, man.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to go.
Well, we'll get to Falling in just a second here. We're going to play that in a minute. Love the track. And you know what? I was watching the video. I think you kind of do an acoustic performance of it. I don't know when you did, maybe a couple of months ago, but I thought it was outstanding. A very cool way that you put that together and kind of had the camera and showed yourself singing that track.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Clinton Cunanan from Another Lost Year. Actually, he came up here and great video guy, man. He's like my tour manager and stuff too. So he came up here to my studio, and yeah, it was just kind of like, you know, I didn't do a music video for this song. I usually do a music video for every song I do. And for some reason, this one I did the lyric video, which my wife did. She's a part of my AK-19 label. And we do all that kind of stuff. So Clinton came up, and I was just like, you know what, like, let me just put on Falling. I just want to sing it into the mic and kind of do like a live performance, like you said. And he ended up adding like some live footage in it, just little spots here and there. But man, I thought it was awesome. And again, the fans love it. And that's what I care about, you know, just something a little different, live performance wise, you know? So
yeah, very cool.
sure.
I know the track and lots of other music you just released. You're welcome. People can go to Apple Music and just about anywhere there's digital access. They can download that and grab that today.
Absolutely. Yep. The new album, You're Welcome, came out. Yeah, just July. Yeah, definitely get that anywhere. And again, man, I'm already hard at work on the next project. It's not like I'm going to release an album this month or something, but I like to get a head start. And who knows, maybe in another month or two, a song will come out or something like that. But what I have to say, really, like for the first time in the last couple of years, Spence, I am so inspired to make heavy rock music right now.
Yeah.
And one of the reason I've done like so much of the like alt leaning and pop leaning stuff is just because that's what I've been inspired to do, you know. And lately, at least, you know, in the last couple of years, but now I'm so inspired to make heavy rock music, and I can't wait for it, man. So I guarantee you and all the listeners out there that you are going to hear some of the heaviest stuff I've ever done to date. And I just appreciate the support, man. It's been
cool.
awesome.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. And again, people can find you all over the place on social media as well.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at Blacklite District, Blacklite LITE, all one word. And yeah, I follow everyone back and interact with all the fans. And yeah, go stream the music on YouTube and share it. And again, Spence, dude, thank you. Shout out to you. Stations like you are amazing. And I wish there were 100 more of you out there.
Pleasure as always to talk with you. Let's fire it up. Blacklite District, brand new track called Falling.